Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, for your listening pleasure. It's Teal Town, USA, After Dark, following a 5-2 loss to the Vancouver Canucks by the San Jose Sharks. I'm your host tonight, AJ_Strong on the social media, and with me tonight, the one and only Hockey_Jerk.
Here physically, yeah. Emotionally, sure, absolutely. Mentally, we're getting there.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Not a good one, ladies and gentlemen, not a good one. And if you go back and listen to what I said, I don't know how long ago, these were the games coming out of the All-Star break that I was worried about. It was these 6, okay? Okay? Anaheim. Okay, you got the victory. Team behind you. Yeah, but then you had Vancouver, Tampa, Calgary, Edmonton, Calgary. These were the games you really needed because their teams ahead of you, and you had it going into the third period, boys. You had it. But no, you didn't. And as Jessica says, respect the underscore. So let's get into this one tonight. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Hey, look, at least the Sharks opened up the scoring early during a match between Jones, the return of Martin Jones, versus Markstrom, and Hertl gets the Sharks on the board early from Meyer, and Dylan goes with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle goal song. I think we all saw that coming, right, Jerk?
I would have been disappointed if it wasn't that.
That's all I'm saying. For those of you wondering why we're not on YouTube tonight, let's just say we are in negotiations with the NHL. But we also thought we would try something a little different and go on Facebook and Twitter/Periscope tonight. We're going to open it up to a whole new platform. So anyway, go ahead.
If you're listening on Twitter, how you doing? If you're listening on Facebook,
there you go. So after Hertl gives the Sharks a 1-0 lead just after 4 minutes in, about 6 minutes later, Quinn Hughes, dear Lord. Okay, who's your money on right now, Makar or Hughes for the Calder?
Well, everybody is saying Cale Makar, but I think it's got to be Quinn Hughes. I mean, he's I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a flashy player, but he's obviously not as flashy as Makar, which is why I think Makar has the edge. But Quinn Hughes just does everything right, you know.
He does. He did it right tonight. He put through a lot of traffic, put it by Jones in the first period. So after one, we are tied 1 apiece, and you're thinking, hey, you know what? That's pretty good. Sharks, not the most offensive team in the league.
Canucks are.
Yeah, kind of leading that Pacific Division just a scotch. So you're thinking, all right, well, you gotta like your chances. And then what happens? Early on into the second period, Burns tips I shouldn't say tips, just absolutely rockets one past Markstrom. It looked like LeBanc might have got a tip on that or something, but evidently after review that was not the case. So Burns from Thornton and LeBanc, and now the Sharks have a 2-1 lead. They would take that into the third period, and you got to think, oh my God, you look at the Sharks, their record going into the third period with a lead, we'll put this into the bank, right, Jerk?
Well, yeah, before tonight, the Sharks were 17-0-2 when leading after 2 periods. So obviously, based on that, based on the fact that, you know, Martin Jones looked really good in the first 40 minutes, I didn't think that it was an open and shut deal here, but, you know, things were obviously looking good, especially when you can keep, you know, a high-powered offense like the Vancouver Canucks off the scoreboard. I thought it was a recipe for success.
And then what happened?
and then that high-powered offense that they kept off the board got on the board.
Oh, I know. Stetcher would hook Meyer. Dude, that's one of the weakest hooking calls I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't know you could get 2 minutes for someone else like falling over, but here we are.
And we should, there's a lot of talk about the personal goal songs and everything. Hertl's goal, he did play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme song, which we all, fait accompli. When Burns scored, it makes me wonder if the DJ knew what the hell was going on, or if this was an ode to Jimbo by Burns. But when Burns did score, hello, Sharks PA guy, Maestro played Billy Squire's stroke. So there's that.
Stefan Nason's is still my favorite, I gotta say.
Oh, Hakuna Matata, my friend.
Yes, sir. Just because it's it's poppy, it gets you up, it's your jam, and most of the crowd there are people my age, early to mid 20s. That's their thing, that's their deal.
We get it. You're young. I'm
not young. I'm not young. I'm younger.
Okay.
There's a difference. Just like you're not old, you're older.
Oh, F you.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Truth hurts.
Oh, damn. All right. Final quarter of the second. Edler would hook Marlowe. Nothing would become of it, thank God. But at 1940 of the second, Meyer again, weak holding call. That weak. Okay. But whatever. Again, coming out of two periods, you got to feel good about this. Up 2-1. But it would take about 2.5 minutes until you stop feeling good about that, because Myers from Hughes and Pettersson would make it a tie game. And at that point, you're going, oh, shit, here we go.
I will say this, that Tyler Myers goal at the very beginning of the third period, that was really the only goal I felt that Jones should have had. I thought goal number 1, goal number 3, obviously combination of getting screened and Meyer and Sorensen respectively not blocking the try or getting in the lane there, and then obviously that fourth goal, it's in the crease. Anything can happen,
No, I totally agree with you. But Myers would give the Canucks a lead. Then let's see, a couple minutes later, Vlasic would high stick Fantenberg. Solid call. That was the right call. It happened. Yep. Double minor. Well, what are you going to do? It was the right call. Scotch after that, after the Sharks once again kill off that. Virtanen, or if you're Rocket, you say Virtanen, but if you don't, it's Virtanen, who had, jerk. Was that not a sick deke and dangle?
Oh, that was unreal. Like a guy that's gotten a lot of criticism in his time as a Vancouver Canuck, but no, he just, like I said, slid right in from the point, gave Sorensen the how do you do, Gambrell, and just buried it upstairs,
Oh, you have to admit, dude, like I watched that and I'm all, why don't we have a player that knows how to do that?
It didn't help either that Gambrell didn't have a stick, but I mean, again, when you're in that situation, I mean, big as a house, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, to make it 4-2, who was it? It was Sutter, right? Sutter just drove in from the left point, just like no one picking him up. I don't know why. He takes it down low. Gets it over. Who was it? Was it Beagle that got there? Or no, it was Sutter.
But, yeah, it hit off a Beagle and dropped right in front of Sutter, and Sutter just slammed it home.
Yeah, but just that drive. I mean, you look at that drive, and it's like, where the hell is everybody? But that's the way it was.
Yeah.
And then, Tanner Pearson would pick up an empty netter at the end. For some reason, Bugner said, yeah, 3 minutes left. Sure, let's pull Jones at this point, because will anybody know the difference?
But, I don't know. I mean, you're down by 2, and the offense is pretty much stagnated, at least as especially in the third period. I mean, at this point, it can't get any worse, right? You might as well just try anything.
You are so right, my friend.
It's not like Patrick Waugh down by 3, and it's like, 9 minutes left. That's good. It's good time to yank the goalie. At least we're not there yet. As Rocket says, you never go full Patrick Waugh. So thankfully we're not there.
As we should.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Aaron Dell is going to get the start on Saturday versus Tampa.
I mean, if I can be devil's advocate here for a second, if Jones can play against Tampa the way he played tonight, I don't have a problem putting him in net, honestly. But
Yeah, you look at those first couple of goals. Yeah, there was a shit ton of traffic. You can't put that on Jones. It's the
it's
Sharks
only this.
that allowed those looks.
Yeah, well, yeah, and like I said, on that first goal, Meyer just got absolutely, uh, cheese grated by Quinn Hughes there, and then, and then on the third goal, Gambrell gets walked. I think it was on the fourth goal or the second goal, one of those where Sorensen just got absolutely turned inside out. So for once, Jones is the one doing everything, and the team is failing to help him out. Usually it's been the opposite. So
absolutely.
The way I look at it, to whip out one of my famous idioms that I know AJ loves so much. I mean,
he's whipping it out, people.
I mean, with the third period, I mean, the cheese just fell off the cracker. You know what I mean? Like you just honestly,
the icing fell off the Pop-Tart.
That's all I'm saying. Some. And it's gonna. I mean, the Sharks, in spite of losing, I'm gonna double down for you here. And they were still trying the finesse move. Trying, okay, we'll go D to D here. We'll pass to this guy. We'll try and work this out. And sometimes you just got to pee in the sink. You know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Like, it's not pretty, but you got to do it. You just get. And it's such a cliche, but like. Don't do the pass. Don't do, the finesse move through the slot. Just get it on net, get traffic, and just bang away. I mean, the fourth goal for the Canucks is a prime example about that. I mean, Ferraro, to his credit, tried to jump up and box. I think it was Louis Eriksson tried to box him out, and Brendan Dillon just got caught sleeping in the crease, and Canucks capitalized. I mean, the Sharks. If they're not gonna if the finesse play is not gonna work, the Sharks are gonna have to get to playing that bang bang hockey.
Would you like to see my pussy?
Oh my God!
This is Kayla, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who've never been here before, this is Kayla, and I think we might be a week or two away from her having her own YouTube channel. If you ask Laurel, I think she will probably produce that channel. But just wanted to give you a nice, solid look at my pussy, and there she is.
And you wonder why we're not on YouTube.
Yeah, that's my pussy cat right there. Anyway, for those of you wondering, like, what the hell happened to YouTube, we're flipping the script a little bit tonight. We got caught in an algorithm. We got caught
with our pants down.
We got caught in a bizarre NHL algorithm that thought that we were streaming stuff illegally, which we, of course, are not. At least not tonight.
we don't host it. We just use it. No,
exactly. So this gave us the opportunity to, you know what? We've never streamed on dual platforms before. So we thought, hey, you know what? This is going to give us an excuse. I'm sure we'll be back on YouTube on Saturday versus Tampa, but this, again, gave us an excuse, and I'm kind of liking this. If we can go three-way, hey now, hashtag three-way. If we can go YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook on Saturday, yeah, I'm going to do it. Going to do it, man. Just saying. But I'm digging this. Wait. Laurel, love that comment. Would love to. Nice pussy. See? That's right. Everybody loves Kayla. But aside from that, remember, if you ever miss a show, because we're here live after every single Sharks game, but if you ever happen to miss one, you will find the replay on YouTube. And if you're an audio-only person, hey, we got you there too. Tune in, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, iHeart, all the places to find stuff. But the big thing, follow us on the social media. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. A like on Facebook would be nice. Hang out with us on Reddit. And what are you laughing about so hard?
A like on Facebook would be nice, but not necessary.
Oh my lord! Hey, can we jump around for a hot second?
Sure, absolutely.
So tonight was a big matchup tonight,
Yeah.
and it had nothing to do with the San Jose Sharks. It had
Thankfully.
yes, it had to do with the Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. If you remember, there was the whole to do about Cassian ragdolling Matthew Tkachuk. And Cassian picked up a 2-game suspension for that. And he would be able to return tonight. Bizarrely enough, thank you, schedule makers. Thank you. That it would be another matchup between the Oilers and the Flames. And
Yeah, and a lot since the original incident, a lot of people have been talking about Matthew Tkachuk, being a turtle or shying away from the big fight. So,
dude, there were people literally wearing shirts tonight that had like a turtle shell on the back of it with Cassian's name and number.
yeah, I thought that was fantastic. But
dude, no one knows how to chirp like hockey fans. But anyway,
yeah. And so good, good on Matt Tkachuk, obviously, for answering the bell there. His number was called and he stepped right up to the counter and was ready to go. So obviously you love to see that, but I think too, I think we were all hoping that this would be a bloodbath, right? But at the same time, from a perspective of hoping that nobody, dies out there on the ice, I think it was.
Hey, speak for yourself, pal.
I thought it was good that they got the fight out of the, Tkachuk and Cassian fought, Monahan and Nugent Hopkins fought, and then it was, that was it, right? There was no shenanigans are fine, but there was no super, super bad blood where you're legitimately nervous that something bad's going to happen. You know what I mean? Thankfully it didn't elevate to that point, but hell of a game. Obviously it ended in a shootout, which again, we've been talking about it for so long, make the 3-on-3 10 minutes already.
Yes. Could we please?
But I thought it was perfect. Games like that where I believe, if I'm not mistaken, so this game was obviously Calgary and Edmonton. Both of their games are carried by Sportsnet. Obviously, it's a regional thing, same thing as NBC Sports. And I believe I'm correct in then saying this, but I think with so many people on Twitter talking about how big this game is, Sportsnet, at the last minute, decided to make this a national game, and it was on all of the Sportsnet channels.
Yes. I have no problem with that, man.
Good on Sportsnet there, and games like this where everybody's tuning in. How perfect that it went to overtime.
Oh, dude, it was so awesome. Rob in the chat saying fighting will be out of the league in the next 5 to 10 years. I would agree with you had I not heard that for the last 15 years. And coming in on the Twitter machine from who the hell's this guy? Oh, he might be the Edmonton Bureau reporter. Chances are he should probably lend a scotch of weight to what he has to say. Cassian told Tkachuk right before they fought, "Thanks, kid. I appreciate you doing this." Showed a healthy amount of respect for him and his media availability. Said Tkachuk wanted to go right away, but Cassian wanted him to think about it first. I like that.
Oh.
I said, no, we're not going to do it right away. We're going to go. We might wait till the second. We might wait till the third. Either way, it's going to happen.
You know what?
I like it. I like it. That's good gamesmanship right there.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I said, it's not because from Matt Tkachuk's point, right? It's once you get it out of the way, then it's game on. That you could just focus on winning the game. But from Cassian's perspective, it's no, you're not going to know when.
It was all good. Yeah, and I love the reference to you don't want to. What was it? What was it? If you don't want to get hit, get off the tracks.
Yeah. If you don't want to get hit, get off the tracks.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, Cassian, he said to the media, he said, it's a shame that it went down that way because he, being Matthew Tkachuk, is a good player, but he's also just a pussy. Yeah. And I don't think Tkachuk pussed out on that one. So
nope. He went. He knew it was coming. He had to be preparing.
Yeah, and good for him because if you think back,
He
you know,
was at the All-Star going, "Hey, Dad, you got any tips?"
well, and if you think back,
And Brett Hall went drink heavily.
well, and if you think back, to 3 years ago when the whole Kachuk and Doughty feud started, to this day, I don't think they've ever fought. I think it's just been a lot of yelling and gamesmanship and all that stuff. I don't think they've fought yet. So,
Yeah.
you know, good on
Uh,
Kachuk there.
Rob Iman in the chat saying, "Do we see Noah Gregor on Saturday?" Honestly, I think that has a whole lot to do with what happens with Tomas Hertl. For those of you who are unaware, Tomas Hertl went out. What was it? Late first period. I mean, not super late, but he went
Not
after.
even super late. It was like at the first commercial.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, because he had that first goal at 4 minutes in, and then a few minutes after that,
Yeah,
took an awkward shot into the boards and did come out during the next commercial timeout, took a skate, did not feel it, went straight back to the dressing room. So it remains to be seen, but when let's take a look here at the schedule again. Excuse me. Tampa, pretty decent team last I looked, and then Calgary, and then Edmonton, and then Calgary. Yeah, if you're going against those teams and you're missing your top two centers, yeah, good luck. Rub a lamp.
well, and what does that say? What does that say when you're ruled out like 8 minutes into the first period?
It's not good.
Disaster, if you ask me. Now, we could be wrong. Like Hurdle could be, put on the skates and ready to go on Saturday. But
Hey, it could be that Tomas Hertl was the Achilles heel holding this team back the entire
well,
time. I
and
couldn't even get that through there with a straight face.
well, and you know what too? Like, I mean, we don't because I'm not a doctor, but when he was taking his spin out on the ice, it didn't look to me like he was limping or he was moving gingerly at all.
Oh, I don't know about that. It did
Well,
seem like his left ankle was a little sore.
well, sure, yes, but it didn't. But you can tell when somebody's noticeably limping, right? And when he took his spin, it didn't look like he was. It didn't look like he was wincing at all. So
Ouch.
maybe it's just a situation of it's like something that flares up like right there, right now, and then as
Like
the day,
herpes.
yeah, and then as the day or two or three between the next game go by, maybe it's something that'll subside and not be as big of an issue as we think it is.
Hey
I
now.
mean, you never know. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying.
Just saying. Jared Bear in the chat saying, "So, what are your thoughts overall on this season?" It sucked. I mean, what else are you supposed to say? It was, not the season I think that anybody was hoping for. Again, going into this, we heard about, LeBanc had 17, Sorensen had 17, Meyer had 30, Kane had 30. All of these guys should be able to, add 5 or 7 to that total going into this season. And what's happened? Well, Kane has actually been on pace. Hockey Jerk pointed out in the last Pucknologist that despite a slow start, LeBanc is back on track to at least match what he had last season, if not go a goal over. But the other one's regression in a big way. In a big way. So
Yeah, and I said it last, or I guess 2 Sundays ago now, where it's just everything falling apart all at once, and it kind of makes you think like where would things be if just one or two of these things did not catastrophically fall apart? You know what I mean? Like I think expecting Sorensen to get up to where he was last year, I think expecting that again was maybe a gross misstep on our part, but the like I see a lot of folks saying, Meyer regressed, Hertl regressed, LeBanc regressed. And to me, regressed makes it sound like you got worse and that's just how it is now. And I don't really see it that way. I see it as, you just they hit a rut and they got to work themselves out of it. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. I don't know if you agree in that with that statement or not, AJ.
no, I'd be fine with that. It's just perfect storm, man. Just perfect storm.
Exactly.
Like, you didn't expect everybody to kind of take a step back all at the same time. If only one guy takes a step back when everybody else goes forward, you're going, oh, okay, we can absorb this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, it's a case of just perfect storm, man. People together, it's just, it hasn't worked. But
Like I said, the cheese fell off the cracker.
the icing fell off the Pop-Tart. What am I trying tonight? I am trying Out of Bounds Juiced Grapefruit Double IPA from the Out of Bounds Brewing Company tonight. And for those of you unaware, we have a sponsor, evidently. So we have to run an advertisement for our sponsor. Hope you enjoy. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Hey, you 30 teams in the NHL. Are you looking for a deal? Do you need a trade partner? Is your team missing a 40-year-old center? We've got a deal for you. Are you looking for someone to bring some defensive consistency to your blue line? How about Brendan Dillon? He averages over 20 minutes of ice time per game. He led the Sharks last season with a plus 19. He has a shorthanded assist this season on a team with the worst goal differential in the Western Conference. Call now. Or do you need a goalie who gets scored on more than a Kardashian? How about former Boston Bruin legend Martin Jones? No one cares about goals against or save percentage when your goalie has a ring and Martin Jones can bring one to your team immediately. Who cares if Jonathan Quick gave it to him? Martin Jones has one. And what if you're in the market for a stalwart penalty killer? How about Milker Karlsson? Sure, he'll be 30 this summer. Sure, he's declined for 4 straight seasons. And sure, you probably already have one of these guys on your minor league team that can do the same thing for a lot less money. Who cares? Not only does this guy kill penalties, he also gives your fans someone else to complain about. Lines are now open. And what if you're looking for a name that will just eventually be in the Hall of Fame? We got you there. We got you with 2 there, in fact, that's right. How about Joe Thornton or Patrick Marleau? Call now, buy one, get one free. Operators are standing by. Have you seen Marleau's contract? Hell, you've probably spent more on player fines this season. Both of these guys will be in the Hall of Fame. Don't you want them wearing your jersey when they go in? Operators are standing by. Give us a call right now, 1-899-ROOSTER, and ask for Doug Wilson. If you've got a low-round draft pick, you're going to get right through. Call now.
The box.
Yeah, call now. So that's our commercial for the evening. Hope you enjoyed our new sponsor. Not really sure who the hell it is, but it felt like a good sponsor.
Well, we got to keep the lights on here, right?
Absolutely.
And I just want to apologize. After Hertl went down early in the first period, I did get a little rude with my imaginary intern Steven. So I just wanted to apologize on air.
Steven, dinner.
I didn't mean to, punch him or swear at him. So Steven, I know I sent you home and I know you're listening. I just want to apologize, and we'll see you at the office tomorrow. And it's going to be a Dunkin' Donuts box on your desk from me. So.
Oh, a Dunkin' Donuts box, you say?
Yes.
I may have the hookup for you.
This is not another commercial. No free ads. Oh, boy. Well.
I got you. Look at this. Rolled back. Do you know what Dunkin' Donuts does now?
What is that?
Coffee porter beer.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, not even kidding you. I saw this. I'm like, oh, my God. Dunkin' Donuts is doing a beer now? This is fantastic. Got to try that out.
No free ads.
Yeah, no free ads. Well, except for that one. But anyway. So we are where we are, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 5-2 loss against the Vancouver Canucks. But we would be remiss if we didn't mention a little something that was announced yesterday. Let's talk about it.
Ooh, Barracuda.
So, the San Jose Barracuda and the San Jose Sharks and the San Jose City Council and blah, blah, blah. Everybody wanted to get in on the announcement train, but it was finally approved. Now, look, if you know me, if you know Jerk, we enjoy cookies. We like to get our cookies from time to time. So the thing that I think is so goddamn funny is, who was it? It seemed like everybody. Our buddies at the Merc, Pashelka, our buddy at the Athletic Curs, our Broham, Brody, everybody and their mother like putting this out saying, oh my God, there's going to be 2 new sheets of ice at Solar for America, and it's going to include a nice 4,000 seat arena for the Barracuda and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, we fucking announced this last April. Okay? If you ever log on to tealtownusa.com, we had this shit for you last April. We had an update for you last September. And then last November, we talked to former, I guess now, Sharks co-president, Jonathan Totora, about what Solar for America means to them and how they can increase just their footprint in making hockey more relevant to the Bay Area. So basically we had 3 different things happen over the course of the last 10 months. But suddenly, yesterday, everybody and their mother, oh my God, look what's happening at Solar for America. Yeah, bitches, we had this 10 months ago. But good for you. Good for you is what I'm saying.
And I don't want to flex.
Oh, weird flex, bro. Go ahead.
So
I'm just saying, we want our cookies. We want our cookies.
And again, I don't want to flex, but now that everything is public knowledge, I can say that I knew about this in like summer of 18. So
weird flex, bro.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's all I'm saying. So yeah, it's like, okay, we knew about this for a while, but good on the CUDA. I can't wait for this to happen. I'm kind of hoping that I don't know that like, are they going to set up like a because if you look, and unfortunately I don't have a graphic to throw up for everybody, but if you look at the blueprints, they're going to be pushing out into the area that currently is where fans will go to try to procure an autograph from the Sharks after a morning practice. It's going to be interesting to see how they push that off and where the exits are. And it wouldn't surprise me if they took that into account in their development. There may be an exclusive area for Cinder Joe. We don't know.
We'll see. Now it's a new rule where and I actually figured this out yesterday. You're only allowed to get autographs from players after practice if you have 365 or 91 club.
Oh, damn. All right. Wow. Ouch. Okay. Excuse me while I go grab my 91 club pin.
No, we're all just making fun here.
No. Go ahead.
But no, it is something to consider because I feel like, and again, I can't vouch for other teams in the NHL, but I feel like the Sharks are one of the few teams that allow that luxury, if you will, of getting access to the players post practice. And as somebody who has partaked in that particular event of getting a picture, getting an autograph, and all the like, I worry that luxury will be able to, or will go away, and AJ will have to work his Teal paint pen harder to get pucks signed and, all that jolly good stuff.
Are you able to see the pin on here? Oh,
yes, I am. It looks sharp.
Right there.
That's very nice.
91 bitches.
What is that in your hand? Is that a magnet or what is that?
So this is like a card,
okay.
VIP card, and then this, if you pull it out, is like a sticker, laminate type of thing.
So what does this card get you then? Like, can you
nothing? Absolutely nothing.
I was going to say, do you get like food and beverage credit, or can you?
Nope. You get nothing.
You don't get a program from the
But you
kiosk?
know what? You are a pin whore, and this is a nice pin. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
Listen to you.
I didn't join the club. I'm not a. Never mind.
All right. So we've talked about the Sharks game. We've talked about the arena that the Barracuda getting. Let's wrap it around, shall we? So also happening tonight, we of course discussed Flames Oilers. Flames once again, despite Cassian beating the holy hell out of Kachuk. Somehow, the Oilers do not walk away with a victory, but they did walk away with a charity point and a 4-3 shootout loss to the Flames tonight. Oh, that sucked. The Tampa Bay Lightning, who are the next opponent for the San Jose Sharks on Saturday, they went down to L.A. tonight and picked up a 4-2 win over the worst team in the Pacific Division. So, Tampa, good for you.
And of note, maybe, the San Jose Sharks had a representative at that game tonight.
Oh, really? And how do you know this?
What are you talking about?
I'm just asking. So
well, and potential, or as I like to say, former future Shark Tyler Toffoli had a goal tonight.
Oh, please tell me Toffoli is going to be wearing teal by February 25th. I would love that. I would love that. Down in Dallas, Big D, the Maple Leafs pick up a 5-3 victory over the Stars. Radulov had 2. Pavelski had nothing.
Dude, I'm looking at the stats right here. It's January, and Austin Matthews is at 36 goals.
What a douche.
That's unreal to me.
Lazy bastard.
Like, at that rate, he's going to hit 60, which is disgusting, right?
Have you seen his forehead or his mustache? Everything about Matthews is disgusting. I'm just saying. Down in the nation's capital, oh my Lord, the Predators, who have been on like the world's worst downward decline this side of the Sharks, somehow pick up a victory over Washington, despite the fact that Alex Ovechkin did wear Kobe Bryant's number tonight before the game. I'm not saying that had anything to do with the loss. I'm just pointing it out. But Ovechkin did have a goal tonight, and Panic had 2 for the Capitals, not enough. And then finally, the Ducks victorious over Jerks Yotes. Hashtag my Yotes. I don't know if it had to do with those crisp fucking jerseys that the Ducks were rocking, those mashups. Dude, the Anaheim Angel Ducks mashup jerseys, those warm-ups. Dude, how are the Sharks and the A's and the Giants not putting some shit together like that?
Yeah, those were
crisp.
I said it on Twitter, but oh baby, those were really something. I mean, just the way that they're able to, kind of get that onion look of like the Ducks and the Angels logo. Obviously, that's really sharp. I loved the close up of the patch. AJ and I are both patch hoes, as it's well documented.
Yes.
But it was, and to have, the shoulder logos shape wise, color wise, dimension wise, exactly the same, but different. Yeah. One is obviously Anaheim Ducks Hockey Club, 1993. The other shoulder is Anaheim Angels Baseball Club, whatever year they became a thing.
They used to be called the California Angels.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't watch bowling. And so on top of that, those numbers were just really crisp as well. It's solid jersey. I'm not a fan of the Ducks or baseball or really the color red, but I would rock one of those.
Dude, they were tight as shit.
Yeah.
Hella tight, bro.
Excuse me while I check their auction.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's happened around the NHL. Let's get to, the standings, where we are right now. We all know St. Louis, Colorado, and Dallas right now own the top 3 in the Central. That's just the way it is. It's funny for all the people talking and screaming about how shitty the Pacific is. Well, that's great, but you know what? 2 Pacific teams own the wild cards right now. But anyway, in the Pacific, Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton, bizarre cross mix from what it was just like, I don't know, 3 years ago, where the top 3 teams in the Pacific were all from California, and now suddenly they're all from Western Canada. Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. Don't think that Calgary-Edmonton game didn't mean a lot tonight. And if memory serves, excuse me while I whip this out. Excuse me while I whip this out. Hold on. I might need to go and talk to my 5. So, Edmonton does face St. Louis to end January. That's going to be fun. But on the 1st, this Saturday, you think that the Super Bowl is going to be fun, right? On the 2nd, especially if you're not a fan of the Bay Area. But you know what might be a great lead into that? The day before, or I should say the evening before, Edmonton and Calgary. Boom, at it again. So jot that down on your DVR, people.
And that's probably going to be the nightcap game on Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
And is Calgary the home team?
Excuse me while I look this up. Excuse me while I look this up. So tonight it was at Edmonton.
Yeah, Calgary's home.
Calgary is at home.
Which means, or hopefully, they are going to wear those crisp third jerseys, soon to be their home jerseys, on Saturday.
Right? But, and the other thing is, so the Flames do not play until that night. But Edmonton does play the night before. So, gonna be a good goddamn game. So, if you're looking for something to watch on Saturday evening and you're tired of hearing about the Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers, there's something for you to look at. So, right now, as it stands in the wild card, we've got Vegas 57, Arizona 57. Which, when you think about it, that Edmonton's at 58, Calgary's at 59, Vancouver 62, a lot of shit could change between now and the end of the season.
It's why, as bleak as things are, it's why I say the Sharks aren't out of it yet.
Not totally out of it. I mean, they are 10 points out of the Pacific, only 9 points out of a wild card spot. And how much more interesting would it have been had they won tonight?
Yeah, exactly. The way I'll look at it is, you know, they're outside the house, but the front door's still open. That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
I like that. But, you know, Tampa Bay, second in the Atlantic right now. That's going to be a tough game come Saturday. For those of you who are not paying attention, and, you know, I don't have a problem if you don't pay attention. I barely do some days. But this game against Tampa Bay, we got 2 things for you. First off, Sharks Graffiti Night. If you're interested in getting yourself a crisp warm-up jersey with
fake patches.
well, they're not fake. They're just not real patches. Hold on, wait a minute. What's the opposite of not real? Fake.
Felt decals, I think, is what we're calling them.
Either way, the Sharks are rolling out the, what is this? Is this the 4th? Let me see.
Yeah, this is
Los Tiburones. There was Shark Freak. There was
Shark
Open Water.
Open Water. I keep wanting to say Shark Nation, which is not a thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. But anyway, a new batch of warm-up jersey, Sharks Graffiti. If you're unaware, sharks.nhl.com/promotions. You will see the Sharks Graffiti thing. It's a little feminine for my taste. Or I should say, it's a little 1988 Miami Vice for my taste. But you, in the viewing public, you might say, hey, you know what? That's really fucking cool. I'm going to get down on that. The really cool thing about this is that I was confirmed today from the San Jose Sharks store. Hopefully on Saturday, they're going to have shirts and hats available. So if you don't have, you know, the $700, $800, $900, $1,000 to drop on a warm-up jersey, if you just want to grab a shirt or a hat that has this cool logo on it, they should be available on Saturday night versus Tampa Bay. Also, the other reason why you should go, the game on Saturday versus Tampa, they will be recognizing Marc-Edouard Vlasic playing his 1,000th NHL game. Of course, all of them with the Sharks. He will be presented with the silver stick this Saturday. So there you go. If you were looking for a reason to go to the game versus Tampa this Saturday, I think I've given you two. Bring your wallets. That's all I'm saying.
As for me, I will see you on March 21st.
Yes, you will. And in fact, hold on.
It's a secret. We cannot disclose any information.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about my ticket? This ticket right here. This ticket, my ticket.
Yes, sir.
Because Sharks Graffiti is nice and all, but Jerk and I are all about the uprising, is all I'm saying.
We're leading the revolution.
That, in fact, we are. But before we leave, we would be remiss if we did not, we need to, I hate to do it. I mean, I don't want to, but we're beholden to the man. We have to throw you a commercial for a second, but we'll be right back in 90 seconds.
Hey, you 30 teams in the NHL. Are you looking for a deal? Do you need a trade partner? Is your team missing a 40-year-old center? We've got a deal for you. Are you looking for someone to bring some defensive consistency to your blue line? How about Brendan Dillon? He averages over 20 minutes of ice time per game. He led the Sharks last season with a +19. He has a shorthanded assist this season on a team with the worst goal differential in the Western Conference. Call now. Or do you need a goalie who gets scored on more than a Kardashian? How about former Boston Bruin legend Martin Jones? No one cares about goals against or save percentage when your goalie has a ring and Martin Jones can bring one to your team immediately. Who cares if Jonathan Quick gave it to him? Martin Jones has one. And what if you're in the market for a stalwart penalty killer? How about Milker Karlsson? Sure, he'll be 30 this summer. Sure, he's declined for 4 straight seasons. And sure, you probably already have one of these guys on your minor league team that can do the same thing for a lot less money. Who cares? Not only does this guy kill penalties, he also gives your fans someone else to complain about. Lines are now open. And what if you're looking for a name that will just eventually be in the Hall of Fame? We got you there. We got you with 2 there, in fact, that's right. How about Joe Thornton or Patrick Marleau? Call now, buy one, get one free. Operators are standing by. Have you seen Marleau's contract? Hell, you've probably spent more on player fines this season. Both of these guys will be in the Hall of Fame. Don't you want them wearing your jersey when they go in? Operators are standing by. Give us a call right now, 1-899-ROOSTER, and ask for Doug Wilson. If you've got a low-round draft pick, you're going to get right through. Call now.
That's an amazing commercial, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, I mean, the advertisers, they just send it to us and we have to play it. We don't know who made that, but
yeah, they just shoot it over and we're like, yeah, sure, we'll run it.
Yeah, but so shout out to whoever made that. I mean, it's well put together, but I don't know the guy, so.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can bid you all adieu. We will see you back here. Oh, geez, what's coming up here? If memory serves, we might have something going here between now and Tampa. Might have a little back and forth with the producer, the interviewer, the badass guy by the name of Ted Ramey, who produces Morning Tide for the San Jose Sharks. Hopefully we're going to be talking to him. We might be talking a little bit about the brew. Just let you know, both of us kind of fans of beer, so I'm just letting you know right now. Could be a little scotch of that. But aside from that, we will be heading on to the game versus Tampa Bay, and there will be a pucknologist somehow. I don't care where the hell I have to do it from. If I have to do it from a undisclosed location after the 49ers win the Super Bowl, I'm fine with that. But there will be a brand new Pucknologist this weekend. And holy hell, my friends, there is a lot to talk about. So, Hockey Jerk, your final thoughts tonight and where the people can find you on the Soch.
So, final thoughts. Sharks started out well. Obviously, the boat hit the shore tonight. But
Top
I would
speed?
say top speed, yes sir. No anchor. But I would say generally speaking, they played a game somewhere between okay and good. And I think if they can just take that to the next level, I think they could have a legitimate chance to beat Tampa Bay on this coming Saturday. So who knows? As for my final thoughts and things I'm thinking about, it is January 29th, 2020, and the Detroit Red Wings are on pace for 19 wins this season out of 82. So it, as I always say, it could be worse. And secondly, AJ does not confirm this yet, but I'm confirming it for him. We will see you Friday on Discord for Free for All Friday.
This is true. This is true. If you want to find me on social media,
Oh,
AJ
wait. Hockey_jerk on Twitter.
There you go. AJ_strong on Twitter and Instagram and all those other things. So thank you for joining. Again, I have to apologize just to Scooch. We got caught in the NHL's algorithm, but that's what kind of makes it fun, isn't it? I think so. But either way, we were on both Facebook and Periscope tonight, which I think is super duper cool. And going forward, I think we might try expanding our reach to maybe a few more platforms because, hey, not everybody is on YouTube. Maybe they prefer Periscope. Maybe they prefer Facebook. Twitch? I don't know. Remains to be seen, but we're going to try some new platforms moving it. You know what it is? We're like the Sharks right now. We're just like, you know what? We know the season's over. We're going to start throwing shit at the wall, see whatever sticks. Again, so thanks everybody for showing up tonight. And again, this was kind of last minute how we switched our platforms. Again, apologies for that if you were expecting it. But this gave us the opportunity to try something new, and we very much appreciate it. So see you after the Tampa Bay game, and platform will to be announced. Keep it real. Keep it teal. Keep it real, Teal. We'll see you after Tampa Bay on Saturday night. Good night, everybody. See you on Discord.